Good morning. Just as I finished filming yesterday and started getting settled in the rest of the way in the tent, around 4 p.m. or so, it started raining. And it rained continuously for about 14 hours. It only just stopped raining as I was packing up and heading out this morning. But I think that was it as far as the weather-wise. It's about 90% clouds, 10% blue sky. It looks like the clouds are clearing, so we should have a nice sunny day. I can dry some stuff out. I stayed nice and warm in the tent, but the rain fly and tent and stuff is all soaking wet. So we gotta get that dried out at some point. And it's definitely cold and wet this morning. I think I camped just below snow line, because looking behind me I can see up on the mountains there's a whole new fresh layer of snow, pretty low down in elevation, almost right where I'm at. There's looking back behind, fresh snow up in the mountains there at the cloud level. Well, here's my water source for the morning. There's a couple of nasty cow ponds around, but this stuff looks fresh. I'm sure the rains last night helped. Hear some voices just up there. Sounds like somebody tented here the night. I'm going to fill up. I think the next water source is there's a road crossing in 4 miles, and then otherwise I think there's like a cow tank or something in like 7.5. Well, just a little bit past where I filled up on water, and those voices I was hearing was another couple that was tented in the area. And they recognized me from the YouTube channel, so that's pretty cool. I seem to only get recognized maybe twice per trail. I still don't feel like I'm that popular of a hiker channel yet, but it's always cool when you meet someone you know and they're like, or they've seen my channel, I mean. They're like, hey, you're Goob. So thanks for watching. And as far as the weather, starting to sprinkle rain again. The temperature drops huge when the sun's not peeking out from the clouds, but it's supposed to clear up here eventually. There's some cows this morning. They're looking nice and wet. They're just waiting to dry out. Currently in an uphill grind, getting rained on again. Once we get to the top of this thing though, it looks like it's all kind of downhill and mostly flat for the rest of the day. I think this gate is the top of the climb. I'm nice and worn out. Should be a lot easier for the rest of the day. Okay. Keep getting rained on. Just wave after wave. It's just light sprinkles, and it only lasts for 5 or 10 minutes or so. And the wind's nice and chilly and cold. And it was snowing on me for a little bit too. I made it up to a dirt road crossing. I'm due for a sit-down break. Kind of at the point where it's so cold, I can't really afford to be sitting for much longer when you're not hiking. But I need to rest my feet up just a little bit. Done with my snack break, getting back on trail. It's nice signage. It's cold. It's starting to sprinkle rain again. You gotta get warmed back up. This weather's getting ridiculous. There's tons of rain and snow mix coming down as we head over this little saddle there. Too bad I have to hide my camera. It's not waterproof. Wish I could film a little bit more of this action. Well, it finally stopped snowing. It was really bad there for about an hour. Full-on blizzard snowstorm. Now everything is soaking wet. My camera's probably gonna break. My phone is soaking wet. I'm freezing to death. This is terrible, and we're into April already. Just gotta keep on moving though. If I stop, I'm gonna freeze. Well, the sun's out for just a minute. I'm trying to dry a few things out. I think my camera's still working. Man, this weather is terrible. Might be a contender. Somewhere's in the top 5 worst weather days I've ever had to hike through. Well, I just got done hanging out, resting, having some lunch at the solar well down there, right on trail. Met some other hikers. It's kind of funny, of the like 6 or 7 Arizona Trail through hikers that I've met out here, 4 others have through hiked the PCT in 22, the same year that I did. That's pretty cool. I don't know why all the 22-year group PCT guys are out here this year, but about a 1.7 miles from here is another water source, and that might be the last water source really until we have the opportunity to get into Patagonia. So I'm going to take a break in 1.7, make sure I'm all loaded up on water, and then we'll push on maybe just a few more miles and look for camp. Made it to the Red Bank well, last reliable water source. Recent comments said it was full and looks yummy, but this stuff looks terrible. This is the only water source. Looks like it's been shut off for a few days or unable to get water to it or something. So, I don't know. I'm going to have to take from here. I think we're like 11 or 12 miles to the road to get into the town of Patagonia, and this is it for water. Well, I scooped up some water from the tank back there, but it's pretty nasty. I've had some nasty water, and that's pretty nasty. I'm going to consider that emergency use only. Next potential water source is 3.5 miles from here. I'm not looking to go that much further for the day. Hopefully that's got something decent I can drink. And the clouds up ahead look kind of dark. It might get rained on again. It's still been kind of intermittent rain all day. Well, here we are. I'm at camp. Did a good push. We did enough miles for today. It's only a short jaunt to the highway, and then we can get the hitch into Patagonia for tomorrow. Maybe less than 10 miles, I think. It had one more good downpour of rain before getting here, so everything got re-wet and soaked. And then there was a break in the weather. I saw this little spot off trail, so I was like, all right, let's set up real quick. And then another wave is coming over right now, so we're just starting to get the onset of the light sprinkling, but just been continuous rain and snowstorms all day today. In theory, tomorrow is supposed to be sunny, but we'll see how it goes. Either way, we're getting into town tomorrow. Kind of short on water. All I've got is my emergency nasty crap water, so we'll just have to deal with that. Looks like there's no other water sources from here till the end of the day tomorrow. But that's it. I'm getting settled in. I'm going to get dinner and stuff going. Thanks for watching. We'll see y'all in the morning. Good morning. It's nice and cool and chilly. Everything's very wet. Intermittent rain continued through the night, only stopping just an hour or two before sunrise here. But today is going to be mostly clear. The sun should be up here in just a minute. I need to start drying some stuff out before we get into town. I think we're only 7.5 miles, I think, to the highway, where we can try hitching. And it's a couple of miles down the road, maybe 10 at the most, I think, to get to Patagonia. We'll see. Not too bad, hopefully not too hard of a hitch here. But rolling ups and downs, I don't think today terrain-wise is going to be too bad. And I got enough water to get me there, because I don't think there's any more water for the rest of the day. I'm also noticing that little peak right up ahead of me's got a really fresh, pure white layer of snow up there. Weather-wise, it was mostly calm last night, just with the intermittent light sprinkles of rain. But like the first night out here was very windy. Second night was lots of rain, tons of rain all night. Last night was mostly quiet. And I heard some turkeys calling this morning. Keep my eye out, see if I see any in the local area. Lots of the ocotillo cactus here. just tell how green the landscape is out here. It's probably pretty brown normally when it's not getting continuous rain. Well, it's still nice and cold. Today was supposed to be warm and sunny. It's still like 40 degrees and overcast. The sun hasn't come out yet. That mountain off in the distance looks awesome. Tons of fresh snow up there. I'm not sure which one that is. I hope we're not going over it in the next stretch, but I'm not sure. I gotta do some replanning once we get to town. We'll worry about that later. Well, the sun's starting to poke out. Clouds are clearing a little bit, so I think I'm gonna take this opportunity to try to draw my stuff out. Have a little snack break. I'm about 2 miles to the highway. I can hear a bunch of traffic down there somewhere. I think this marks the end of the National Forest area. Yeah, entering private property. No camping to the other side of the highway. I can see the highway up there, Highway 82, I think. Just about a mile left or so. Made it up to the highway. Patagonia is off to the left, less than 10 miles, I think. I'll try hitching from up here somewhere. Hopefully see you guys in town shortly. Well, I made it to Patagonia. It's about 10 minutes for the hitch. And the stage stop is kind of the old westy, timey, fancier, whatever hotel in town here. So I'm gonna check these guys out first. Pizza restaurant in there, I see, and we'll see if they got availability. Well, here we go. We're all checked in at the stage stop. Actual historic old hotel that was like a stagecoach rest stop area back in the day. And when I was checking in, there was a couple people in there who are subscribers of me and kind of recognized me again. So that's pretty cool, meeting a couple people already on trail. That's seeing my YouTube videos is always pretty neat. But we're good to go now. I think it's like a little past 11 o'clock. So I'm gonna get checked in, or cleaned up. And then I think I can do laundry here at some point. I went ahead and booked for 2 nights, so I'm gonna go ahead and zero, just give my feet and stuff a little bit to rest. And then we'll be looking for lunch here in just a minute. So I'll just check back once we're heading out of here and going to check out the rest of the town, I think. Well, I'm all cleaned up. It's a nice quiet little town. I think I'm just gonna wander down this way. One of the recommended places, the pizza place, Velvet Elvis, is closed today, but since I'm zeroing, I can check that place out tomorrow. But there's something else down here called the Gathering Grounds. I think I'm gonna stop there and check that one out first. And now I'm back in the room. That was an excellent sandwich over at the Gathering Grounds. Little coffee sandwich place, and I think they do breakfast as well, so I'll probably end up there in the morning. But definitely taking a 0 day for tomorrow and just letting my body rest up a little bit. Overall, I'm doing okay. Just the normal sore legs and things, sore feet, normal hiker pains. The soreness kind of on the back side of my hips that I was worried about is less today, and that's only because I was distributing the load a little bit and having more of the weight on the shoulders for my backpack as opposed to the hip. But that kind of negates the purpose of having a hip belt. It's supposed to even out the load more so on your hips. So I don't know exactly what the fix is going to be, whether the hip belt needs to be tighter or looser. I'm still kind of playing around adjusting things as we go, but so far that's not that big of a big deal. For a while, I think I'm just going to be working on video editing. That occupies the majority of my time on 0 days, and I will just check back later when we're up to something else in a few hours, maybe looking for dinner or whatever else. Well, it's coming up on 6 o'clock. I think it's time to go find some dinner. Pretty productive day so far as getting video editing and all that nonsense taken care of. But really good Wi-Fi here, and I've got episode 1 uploaded, and it's just waiting to be released on time. So I can't wait for all you guys to start following along. But just checking local food eateries around here. It seems like everything kind of closes at like 3 p.m. So one of the only thing that's opened is there's like a bar restaurant or something right here in the Stage Stop Hotel. So I'm gonna go wander over there and see what I got for dinner options. I think they're open till like 8 p.m. or so. So we'll see you there. Well, I just finished up a nice dinner. Met up with some other hikers. We're currently hanging out in the pool, freezing our feet off. It is definitely as cold as you might think it would be. But the little central courtyard of this hotel complex is pretty neat. So here's one of the guys, this is Nibbles, we've been hanging out with. And Rachel.
Hi.
So we're all freezing our feet. This is probably doing us some good, one way or the other.
Just gotta breathe.
Yeah, you're way braver than I am.
There you go. How cold is it?
It's cold. It feels good though. Woo.
Oh my god.
Yeah, this is like Lake Superior cold. Feels nice.
Well, that was a fun way to end the night. That water temperature is practically freezing. So I think that's gonna do it. Got a 0 day tomorrow, and I think my dad's gonna be driving up, and maybe we can hang out and do lunch together while I'm just chilling here in the town of Patagonia. Very beautiful little trail town stop. So thanks for watching, and we'll see y'all in the next one.